Hi. I want to speak to a lot of parents out there, mothers, fathers, just fathers, about a topic that's very taboo, about a topic that you really don't have a group of friends that you can go and discuss with. A lot of time it's a pain that you endure by yourself or problems you try to figure out yourself, and it's being estranged from your children, your adult children. I don't like the word estranged. It seems cold and harsh and scientific and something I don't know. I know what it means. But the bottom line is parents that are dealing with no adult children in their life, or adult children, some that have left their life. My journey began 6 weeks ago when I packed up and left without telling my children that I was going to leave. I'm not going to mention my children's name. I'm not going to even, this is not about them. This is about me and my journey, and hopefully your journey, about us healing together. I packed up and I moved far, far away. I've made no contact. I've made no attempt to have contact with them. And at this point, I have no desire to have contact with them. I'm an analyzer by nature, so of course this has got me where I analyze everything. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? What could I have done here? What could I have done there? And there's one thing that I do know, that I have come to the realization in a very short time, is that I didn't ask for this. I have to respond to it. And I can respond in a devastating way, and I can let this put me in my grave. I can wait and I can begin my healing 5 years down the road. I can begin my healing 10 years down the road. But instead I choose to start healing today. I wrote someone and asked them about the stages of healing and what you go through. What is to be expected, because this is new to all of us. And she gave me back a response, and she told me, she said, you must come to terms with the fact that your children left you mentally and emotionally years ago. This didn't happen 6 weeks ago. That was my light bulb moment. That my 6 weeks ago was my fight or flight. And I left. But in reality, this has been a battle for years. And today I choose to live. Today I choose to find out about me. I will not go back and discuss everything that they did and try to give blame back to them, and blame to me, and blame to their father, and blame to their aunts and uncles and friends. It serves no purpose. I can't buy back a day, and you can't either. All I have is today, and I choose to move forward. I will at times discuss some things that my children did. We've all been through it. We all have probably the same stories, just a different twist to it. The mental abuse, being told what to do, how to do it, what was appropriate. They were embarrassed of you, but they didn't approve of what you were doing. Didn't mind calling you names that you never thought about calling your parents, and how dare you ever call your parents such. They did not treat me with the same respect that they treated everyone around them. They treated me with disrespect and thought that it was okay. When I cried, they would even taunt me and ask me why I cried. They didn't care. It was when it came to me, their mother, who had raised them since birth, that's where it stopped. They didn't have the forgiveness, whatever they needed to forgive me of. Because when there's no dialogue, when there's no communication, you can't fix what you don't know is broken. I didn't know. I didn't know. I just knew that I had doors that wanted to lash out. And most of the time it wasn't in person. Most of the time mine was done through via text messages. And then it would get rude and it would get ugly. They began to judge everything that I did. Every word that I said became scrutinized. I could say I love you and they could tell me that I'm in a different way, that I'm in a sarcastic way. I could make a comment that was kind and loving, and they could turn it around and make it evil. They could twist it to fit their benefit, their lifestyle, anyway, anything they wanted to, any way they wanted to, and they did. I started walking around on eggshells. I created peace around them, and I realized I was only giving them peace. He was giving me none. So that fateful day that I got in the car and I left, it was to save my life. It was about defining me. And this is about my journey. And I'm going to succeed. I'm not waiting 10 years down the road. These 6 weeks have been hard. I have faced every emotion known to man. I faced them all. There are times I don't want to get out of bed. There's times I don't want to bathe. I don't want to wash my hair. I don't want to put on makeup. I don't want to exist. I just want to curl up in a ball and be left alone. And then there's other days I'm fine. I don't dwell on the past of what they've done. I do not dwell on it. But I try to stay focused and forward. I try to see how I can heal. And knowing that I am not responsible for my children's actions. I'm not responsible for the text that says, hey, when you go, I hope you live a long, lonely life alone. I'm not responsible for those words. But yet, they said those words, they'll have to pay the consequences for those. Because this is about me living my life and me finding out who I am. Not me as a mother, a sister, a daughter, a sibling, but finding out who I am. And it's about me creating boundaries, and I'm going to create healthy boundaries regardless if my children come back in my life or not. If they do, it will be, if I do, it's because the boundaries I've set will be strong enough for me to stand next to them and not let you cross them. I'm going to set boundaries that no one will disrespect me again. I don't deserve disrespect. Unless I disrespect you, there's no need to disrespect me. I won't be your verbal punching bag. So this is going to be, if you'll follow me, this is going to be a lot like my daily journal. What am I feeling like today? Today was okay. It was alright. Last night I went out to dinner with some friends. It was a friend's birthday, and her children showed up along. And I had a panic, just a heaviness that took over me. I got quiet. I didn't want to say anything. It was like just bricks laying all over my body. And I had to understand what's going on. Instead of just giving into that panic and giving into that fear, I had to say what's going on. Become aware of the moment. And I realized that I was with a family that wasn't mine. That wasn't my children. It wasn't my celebration with my children. Not that I didn't feel welcome to where I was at. I was extremely welcome. Extremely welcome. But it wasn't my kids. And it was a reminder of things that I don't have. But I will deal with that. I don't know how. Day by day. I dealt with it last night by acknowledging what it was. And realizing that, you know what, if it was my daughters and I at that table, they'd have judged me. They would have found cause to begin the text messaging. Mom, why would you say that at the table? Mom, why didn't you do so-and-so? Mom, how dare you? What, Mom, yes, did so-and-so and so. So, you know what, no, I don't miss it. Don't miss not having peace. And every day I seek more and more peace. So I'm going to ask you, this is going to be a video diary. I'm going to try every day, not every day, 2 or 3 times a week, to respond to it, to let you know what I as a mom, my own personal journey, what I'm going through. If you have questions, feel free. Put them on the bottom. Put them on the bottom. Ask how I feel about something. I may not know how I feel about it until it's asked. If you have advice, I'll be willing to listen to it. I'll be willing to listen to it. In my past, I did counseling. And it's amazing that you don't recognize what goes on in your own family. And I counseled women in domestic violence. And I was living in domestic violence. Not physical, but verbally and emotionally. And even though as I was teaching each one of those women the rules and the safety nets and the boundaries, I didn't see what was going on at home. Because I was wearing rose-colored glasses, not my family. But when they come off, you see the truth. And if you're wearing rose-colored glasses, you got to take them off. You got to see the truth, and we have to heal. We have to heal for ourselves. And when our children, and if our children come back into our lives, it's because we are healthy human beings that can handle whatever comes our way. Not that we'll bow down to the needs of the younger children. Not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do it. This journey is going to be long, but I'm going to heal. And I'm starting my healing already. I'm not waiting 10 years down the road. So follow me. Please follow me. Ask me questions. I would be glad to answer the best of my ability on how I feel. I can't personally give you advice. This is not about me giving you advice. This is just showing you that there's a mama behind the mask. This is a mama behind the mask because guess what? There's not a support group around town I can go to. There's not a support group. There's not many people that understand our situation. And so we have to reach out, we have to help each other. And I believe that's one of the greatest things that I've done so far is I've reached out to Facebook support groups. And I've listened and I've listened and I've paid attention, and I don't just read, I take it in. I'm an information seeker. I seek to be healed. I want to be healed. And I'm going to be healed. The next time that I write you, or next time you see me on video, I may be a nervous wreck. I may have changed my mind. I may be crying. I don't know. I know the last 6 weeks has been a roller coaster ride. There's been days you would have never known anything was wrong with me. Nothing. You know, because what's so sad is on the outside, our appearance is fine. People meet us and we have our nice little how-do-you-dos. But they don't know the scars we carry on the inside. But I'm telling you, my scar is for a reason. And it's going to be the purpose to help myself. And I hope to help somebody else that's going through the same thing. That says, you know what, I'm not alone. I feel that way too. You know, less than 2 months ago, I wanted to die. I wanted to die. The abuse was so bad I wanted to die. I thought about it. I made plans, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. The will to live was stronger than the will to die. And I knew that that was my red flag, that I had to run. I had to run for my life. And that's what I'm doing. And I will be a success story. That I promise you. So you may be following me for the next 6 months, a year, I don't know. I hope it's not long at all. But what I will do is I'm going to take responsibility for what belongs to me and what belongs to my children. They're going to have to take responsibility and get counseling on their own. I can't do it. There's an old saying, you can't go to the people that harmed you to heal you. And I know that I can't do that. I know today I have no trust in my children. If they were to pick up the phone and make a promise or tell something to me or say one word, there's no trust that I have. Have I forgiven them? I have forgiven them. But nowhere does it say that forgiveness means that you trust. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. To do what they did to me with no remorse. With no remorse. Not even try to contact me. Since I've been gone for 6 weeks, and I'm many, many miles away. Many, many, many miles away. And I was almost next door to them. So, in closing, I'm just going to tell you, follow me. Today's on a scale of 1 to 10. Today's a 6. It's a 6. And the only thing that doesn't make it a 10, no, this isn't a 10, it's just a 6. But quit blaming yourself. And I look forward to you on the next time that I write this video. I'm sorry. Hey, confusion, disorientation, we get all of that with this. The next time that I do the video, if you have questions, ask them. Ask me how I feel, not how you should handle it. I will tell you what I would do, or what I have done. But I hope this helps many, and God bless you, all you parents out there. Get rid of it. Be responsible for you. Let them be responsible for them. Together we can make this